Hi guys, welcome to my channel, Lighting Your Sunshine, where we like to shine a light within and empower ourselves. So that flew out quick. I don't know, I'm feeling okay. After that last reading, I guess it was a reading, the slight end of it was, I've been exhausted. And I was like, you know what? We need to shake shit up. So I reorganized my healing room. I found a way to get my plant stand back, which makes me so happy. I like that we got sunshine coming through the window. Yeah, because when I was moving, I got across Canada, and it was about Ontario is where I heard that there was a changing of the guards, and so that was interesting because it did kind of take a change the way that the readings have been going lately. And so I got here and it kind of went from like sunshine to like the stars. Not quite the moon a little bit, but it's more stars. And so and the dark and the night. And from September until now, like I've really been going through it. I don't know what you guys have been going through, but I'm tired of being tired, right? So when I felt that exhaustion again, I was like, no. Like, we've let this out, right? I've expressed my true authentic self. I probably would have never shared that with anyone. I don't like talking about personal stuff, but it came out and I feel good. And so that little bit of tiredness it's such a welcome relief. It's not tired in the sense that, like you're getting burnt out tired. It's tired in that you just like released this most heavy load. And now that you're so light, you don't have to do anything anymore, that kind of lightness. And so that's a little bit of the energy that I'm feeling and going through right now. So I shuffled this and 2 of them already flew out. I haven't looked at them. Then I just want to shuffle this deck too. Yeah. Okay. That's funny. So, ooh, they're flying. And I get to sit cross-legged this way and I feel so comfortable. I'm just so much happier. And so I think, back to my changing of the guards. So maybe about 3 days ago, they told me that the guards were changing again. And so after that, and that being tired, I was just like, we need this back. This is my happy, right? My happy shelf. Okay. So you want to know what I thought was interesting? So that last one was me talking about the past, releasing the past, all those things. And so there we have Gate of the Past. And it is shut. It is closed for business. So the next one we have is Leader, followed by Inner Sanctum. And I just have a question. Nope, they're not. See, that one's blue. I was like, why are they all green? Everyone we kind of pulled was green. So I am feeling called to a little bit of heart chakra here. A little heart energy. So let's see what the other 2 were. We have Hidden Realms, and it says create conscious awareness. And then we have Mindful Wisdom. Look at that sunshine. Oh, that makes me happy. If you're happy and you know it. That's how I feel. I feel tired, but I feel happy, and I feel a weight and a release, and I feel a little bit free. Like, more like myself, my authentic self. Like, I notice a lot more swears are coming out in these readings. I'm like, okay, my dad told me that when he watched one of my videos, he's like, you swear too much. And if you knew my dad, you'd be like, that's the pot. Was that the pot calling the kettle, whatever? Like, I've never met someone swear as much as him. So I just thought it was really funny. But I don't care. So let's see the story here. Gate of the Past. And you're moving. Oh, I'm like, no story is unfolding. I was like, okay, so I saw like the gate, and then the way I was holding it, it was almost like he was going to the gate. And I was like, no, we can't keep going back to the past and opening up that door. That is almost Pandora's box. And Pandora's box, which is, this is supposed to be the Ark of the Covenant, but that's Pandora's box in this reading. And it's like, do you really want to be like, hey Pandora, did you fix yourself yet? Did you put yourself with only hope? No, because that's the last thing that falls out of Pandora's box. It still has all those twists and turns and fuckery, and we don't want that. So let's go into the actual card, because when I went to the wisdom, it's like being the leader that you are, and then tapping into the Ark of the Covenant, right? That golden light, which brings it to here, and utilizing that within yourself. I'm not quite sure about these past doors yet. I feel like I'm actually hearing knocking right now. I'm hearing almost like, it's like giants. It's almost like, and this echoing. Ooh, damn, what the hell is this? Okay, so it's coming on like a future kind of tense coming. I feel the future, but it says it's the gate of the past. And it's like knocking at the gate of the past. Let's tap into this card, because this card has all the stuff going on. And stuff going on, it does. So it says create conscious awareness. Everything. I just keep seeing like life cycle, death and rebirth, death and rebirth. So that's why there could be the past and the future. It's the death and rebirth, and you keep coming through. Okay, so now it's almost showing me like a medicine wheel, right? You come in through the east as spirit, and then you work your way through child, adult, elder, and then we go back to spirit, and then from there it starts again. And that's kind of what I'm getting. So it is it's a loop, a cycle. So when I went to it, the one that first drew me was him with his heart out, and I said that there was green, right? And it had a little bit to do with heart. When we look at his heart, it's all skull, and it was like death. And then it brought me down over to here, and it showed me the golden palm, which also is heart chakra associated, palms in the heart. And then it went all the way up to here, and then it showed the golden wings, right, back into the center of the heart. And in the heart, is that a caduceus? No, it's a phoenix and a pine cone. And I noticed in my last readings, I kept saying acorn, but I clearly meant to say pine cone every single time. And the pine cone is a representation of the pineal gland. Now, why am I talking about the pineal gland? Honestly, I don't focus on those things in like third eye, but let me see what yeah, they want to tell me something about the pineal gland. What about it? They're bringing me, okay. So here's the phoenix, here's the little pine cone, and then everywhere you look, there's eyes in here, and then there was eyes all down here. No, there's eyes all around in these little white wings. And then it brought me to his necklace, and there was 6 white ones and 1 golden one. It brought me to 7. 7 brought me to like the Pleiades sisters or whatever. And something about the Pleiades. I don't know what they want to tell me. Hold on one second. They're singing to me Aladdin, a whole new world, from a hidden realm. So it's like, and then it goes back to the past. And so that death and that rebirth, and I keep hearing that banging, that knocking, and it's loud. And like I say, it's almost like fee, fi, fo, fum, like giant doors. Like wherever this is in this hidden realm, and there's these doors. And it's like, let me see what I see. It's wooden, but it kind of has like jewels in the door. And then when you knock, it's almost like it has is it the wood or is it the knocker that kind of makes that? I don't know. It's almost like this door is so big that you have like this big log wood like that kind of like bangs it. And so now I'm hearing the call. The call has been made, they say. Why? I don't understand. They always give me like shivers and chills, and I'm like, okay, like we're on this story is not quite storyin'. And then I get that shock, and it kind of shocks me out of what I was just saying. So let's get back in. Okay. This whole new world that they show me is an invisible realm. It is, as they said, the Pleiades sisters, but they also now went to a hummingbird, and then they now started showing the ancestors. So in a place where you can connect to your ancestors, they want to say that's where you can create the whole new world. But what about the ancestors? Because the story was going the other way to the Pleiades. Well, now there's Lyrians. There's lots of star seeds. It's not just that. It's all. There's so many different star seed groups coming through right now. And they show me that that's the door on the wheel. And it's like you came in one, you did a cycle, and then you leave. And then you go off to somewhere else and you do something, and then you cycle. And it's, I don't know, they keep showing this cycle. And so, and the next thing you know, you show up at that door again. And it's like reincarnation of the past and the future. And that's what that knocking is. So this door, maybe it is that door into the Eastern part of the medicine wheel where the soul enters the body, kind of thing. Because it's like, we're back. Hey, do you remember that? It was like a dinosaur show when I was little. It was a movie where I think they go to like New York and then they turn real. Anyways, so they're also telling me not only does the soul itself have this cycle of the medicine wheel, right? We do it on the daily. The sun comes and then the sun goes, right? Every day. And so that thing in the past, doors were closed, locked, all those things. I'm hearing something knock now. And the only reason why you can now go back to the past, maybe it was like an old dream or an old wish or something, they say. And it's ready for you now because you completed the cycle, the golden cycle of the opening up the pineal gland, the gift of sight to see farther beyond your surroundings that are around you now. And what do we mean by this? I mean, you felt your way through it rather than took everyone's word, because I feel like there was a bit of illusions or mazes or something to like, there's a little trickery about. And so now that that trickery's gone, we got that clarity. The pineal gland is now activated. And so when I hear about this trickery, they're saying that it is tricking you out of connecting to your God source or inner sanctum or whatever it's called. This one is mindful wisdom. It says you can create inner harmony. So if you do find yourself, now they're showing me, because it went back to this, where it was that skull in the heart, that death and rebirth process. The inner harmony is like, if something really is, I hate some of the imagery they show me. They show me like back in the old days, and you know, they used to like drag people behind horses or all whatever those are. They showed me something like that. And that was like this leader rushing into this door. And it was like being drugged, being forced, something like that. Why did you show me that imagery? There was a purpose, and it creeped me out that I didn't get the, I went, ugh, I know, I gotta stop that. It's stopping you from your inner sanctum, the thing of the past. It's for you to tap into your source so that you can now create a better harmony. If you are finding that you're struggling and that resistance. That's what the horses were. The horses were dragging it away. The horses were like fight and conflict. That's why they showed it to me. And so the more and more that you keep focusing on what was closed, what was lost, and trying to open that, that's not being a leader, that's being forceful. But if you become the leader and you stop trying to open that door, instead working on that inner sanctum, that's where the mindfulness will come. Once the mindfulness comes, there is that death and rebirth, that transformation. That transformation has now activated your light. That light has encompassed all your body and taken over every cell. And from that, these doors, that's where I'm hearing that knocking now. And so that's when they will open. And so rather than being on the other side, try to open it, they're open. Now you can work your way through it to the next thing, they say. And so right now is for you to tap into the mindfulness and trying to see the bigger picture, working on that pineal gland. And so what do you want to work on? They say pull a card. The pineal gland is you going in. Stop trying to force outside. Stop trying to force that wall or that door or whatever it is to go within and look. And then that's when that will activate. I didn't really need this card, but let's check it out anyways. Oh, look. He just opens up. And it says, clear and activate. Create sacred space. Which is tapping into that inner sanctum. It's that letting go, and now these two go together. It's like he's like now taking it all in, into the third eye, letting that light show you what it wants to show you, the story, the picture, the whatever. And it removes all that resistance or that thing that keeps trying to pull you. If you find that you're fighting a current, ask yourself why. Why? Just keep saying over and over and why. They always say that why, right? We get stuck on why. Don't get stuck on the why. You want to progress through the why. But first, know why, and then how, or who, when, why, right? Will evolve. So these doors, they say that these doors, okay, so when I went into it, it went into here, it went into the bear, and then the lion. And so it said that in order for these, in order to soak up this inner sanctum, that light, to clear and activate yourself and soak in that wisdom, it is to find a balance between both sides, left and right, masculine, feminine. Sure, that's a given, right? We always want to be a balanced, as above, so below. We want to be balanced above and below, but then we also want to be balanced left and right, front and back. Like we want to find these balance. That's why I always say put yourself in your column or your Merkaba. But the thing that is keeping this, the reason why you are trying to force it, or the leader is trying to push it open before it's ready, is I'm seeing, they're saying that the lesson you need to wrap up to get that enlightenment or wisdom has something to do with courage. And it's almost like I need this open because I'm scared that something's not going to work. It's a fear of something, that door is going to stay closed. And so now it's becoming like, I need to, and you can't. And so, see, there's two, there's the balance. And then it went into the lion, which was about the courage. And then the bear was all about hibernation, right? So it's like finding that balance And when you find that balance, that's when that inner sanctum happens. That's when you are now confident in your light and your energy. That's where that courage and confidence comes in. And it's funny because that confidence now is just like, well, I don't even need to try. Like, what's even going on here? And so then you let go, you surrender, and you rest. And in that moment, it's like, I'm seeing fireworks, like do 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 do, and it's just like gold ribbons and like, that's where the enlightenment comes and all the happy everything. And that's when the door opens and you can work your way through. So Spirit, my question is, I keep hearing that knocking. I'm now at the end of this reading, I'm hearing that. And so there is a little bit of something that happened in this reading that was just a little bit of a surrender. I don't know. And that's what it is. It's something so subtle. And you're just like, I heard the same thing a million ways. But then someone said it one way that was a tiny bit different than the rest. And that's the way that made sense to me. And so keep trying and open your mind, they say. You're seeing clear. Go within and what is that story that you see in your mind? What's your imagination telling you? What's that story that you want to create? If you find that that story is something that you're like, oh, that's just not possible. That door's closed. Is it? I don't know. I don't think it is. I think that door is meant to open and close. Isn't that what doors do? Like, don't you just knock? I don't know. So we'll leave it there. Have a good day. And we'll see you next time. Bye, guys.